Hey guys, it's your girl Eurydice Fiore, and I am back again today with a video about someone that I never thought I would ever talk about, but I know very well for all the wrong reasons. And that is Casey Anthony. Now, if you don't know who she is, by some chance, because you've been living under a rock for the past 10 years or so, she is a woman who got away with murdering her sweet young daughter, Caylee Anthony, way back in like 2008, 2011, something like that. But yeah, she got away with killing her daughter. And while I'm not going to get into the whole entire case because we'd be here all day, and plus there are other videos out there that you can watch if you've never heard of it. But the reason I'm talking about Casey Anthony today is because she's back in headlines, unfortunately, thanks to the streaming service Peacock releasing a little mini series about her at the end of the month on November 29th. And I have no idea how many episodes it's going to be, but I think that they're going to be interviewing her about her story or whatever, and it's called Casey Anthony, Where the Truth Lies. Now, if you know anything about this case, you'll know that Casey Anthony and truth do not go in the same sentence. But irregardless, she is back in the headlines for this very reason, and Twitter, of all places, is not happy about it. Now, usually when Twitter is not happy about something, I don't pay it a whole lot of attention. But this is Casey Anthony we're talking about, and she is no ordinary situation at all. So to see the outrage that is coming out about this miniseries is, quite frankly, very, very interesting to me. Now, here are just a handful of responses that really stuck out to me. This one person wrote, Casey Anthony is a pathological liar. She will never come clean about what she did to Caylee. So you are merely providing her a platform for attention and an opportunity to repeat her lies. Caylee deserved to go to school, to grow up, to fall in love, to have a family, to live. And here you see is the most famous picture of little Caylee. I believe it was taken before she passed away. I'm not entirely sure, but it's the most used one. And I think she was such an adorable little kid. But this other person wrote, white women can murder their kids and then get a TV deal on a huge platform. There are black women who have been in prison for years because they lied to get their kids in a better school. But white privilege doesn't exist, they say. And I 110,000% agree. She literally murdered her daughter. I don't think we need to hear anything from her. And we don't. I don't understand who asked for this. But I guess when shows like that Jeffrey Dahmer series on Netflix got all that attention, it was like other streaming services felt the go-ahead to release this series with Casey Anthony, but that's just my opinion. This guy wrote, how big of a check did NBC write to this woman who murdered her little girl? For everyone asking, OMG, why is this being made? Why would they give her a platform? It's because y'all wouldn't stop streaming all this true crime content from streaming services. You voted with your clicks. And like I said, I agree in a way. Because when something gets a lot of attention, it tends to not end very well all the time. Anyways, there was one tweet that got my attention enough for me to look further into it. And they said, I'll never stop thinking about the sexy movie she was going to make a few years ago about the murder that got scrapped because of COVID. Now, she showed some screenshots from an article written by People magazine, and I happened to go and find it. And this is what it said. Casey Anthony is making a racy and explicit movie about her life. She's going to tell everything. And it's dated from June of 2019. And as we know, it was scrapped thanks to the pandemic. But it said at the time, Casey Anthony may be coming to a theater near you. The Florida woman who was famously acquitted of murder in 2011 and the death of her 2-year-old daughter Kaylee recently disclosed she was planning to make a racy movie based on her life. The film, tentatively called As I Was Told, will allegedly contain her explanation of how Kaylee died. Newsweek reports that the film could be released next year. Anthony, 33, lives in South Florida with a private investigator who worked on the case. She has kept a low profile until now. She's very calculated, a source close to Anthony tells People. She wants to tell her side of the story. That's her big plan, to finally, 11 years later, tell what happened, and she's going to tell everything. The movie will include several racy parts, Anthony tells the Daily Mail. Anthony acknowledges that she has been with several men, and that there will be a scene that will depict how she became pregnant. Thankfully, we don't have to see that. Not that we ever would, considering what she's done and what she's known for. But I'm just glad that it never got made, because that is something that we don't need. And we don't need this series either, but she doesn't need a platform. Anyways, while I was researching for this video, I stumbled upon another article from People magazine dated the year prior in 2018 that said, Casey Anthony is open to having more kids, says source. She doesn't care what people think. Okay. Seems like you care a lot what people think, considering you're doing this series now. But whatever. For years, Casey Anthony has insisted she doesn't want any more children. It talks about how she was acquitted, and then in a 2017 interview with the Associated Press, she said she was unlikely to have more children. If I am blessed enough to have another child, if I'd be dumb enough to bring another kid into this world, knowing that there'd be a potential that some little snot-nosed kid would then say something mean to my kid, I don't think I could live with that. But a year and a half later, Anthony has softened her stance. For a long time, she was like, no way. But time has changed that, and she's now open to it in a way she hasn't been before. Lord knows she doesn't need to have any more children, because what is she going to do when she gets tired of it or doesn't want it anymore? Is she going to kill that one like she killed Kaylee? In my opinion, conspiracy, whatever. But that's neither here nor there. Before I go, though, I do want to briefly point out just how evil this woman really is. Here is the most famous picture of her back when she was in court, with this evil smile on her face. And there were other moments like that during her trial, where she's seen smiling and laughing, thinking that this was all a joke, or that it was funny somehow. Like this one, where she looks like she's gesturing towards someone. And this one, where it looks like she's trying to hold back a smile. But finally, I want to show you the trailer that they released for this docuseries. Try not to get angry while watching her.
Casey interview? A, B, C marker? Soft sticks?
Why talk to me now when you're not getting creative control?
Now, to be fair, she's probably extremely nervous. I mean, I would be too if I got away with murder and then came back years later to do an interview. But at the same time, at least from my point of view, it looks like she's trying to either hold back a giant smile or keep herself from laughing. I don't know, that's just my thoughts. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Are you going to watch the docuseries? Because I'm certainly not going to. I even canceled my Peacock subscription because of this. But that's all I have for now. And I will see you guys in my next video. I'm Eurydice Fiore, and I am signing off. Okay, bye.